Hi there, friend. If you find comfort in the whisper of leaves, peace in the scent of herbs warmed by the sun, and joy in watching things grow quietly beneath your hands, well, you're in good company. Here at Meaningful Living, we think a yard doesn't have to be fancy to mean a lot. Sometimes, all it takes is something you forgot in the back of a cabinet, a little bit of creativity, and a heart that still enjoys the simple things. Today, I'd like you to join me as we look at 25 easy and nice ideas to turn everyday stuff into something that grows and has a purpose. Each one is picked with care, for comfort, for ease, and for folks of any age. So let's get started. And our first neat idea is waiting for you. Idea 1. A ladder to lift your garden. Old ladders as tiered plant stands. An old wooden ladder, maybe one you use to hang curtains or reach high shelves, can now be a gentle helper in your yard. Just set it in a sunny spot and put potted herbs or flowers on each step. No bending down, no digging, just beauty right at eye level. It's a simple way to add some vertical charm to your space, and a sweet reminder that things, like people, can always find a new way to be useful. I wonder what other things we can give a new life to in our yards. Let's see. Idea 2, from spoon to story, upcycled cutlery as plant markers. Do you have an old spoon or fork that's missing its partner? Instead of letting it just sit there, gently flatten it out and turn it into a plant marker. Write the name of your basil, your thyme, your marigolds on it. And just like that, your yard becomes a memory board. For those of us who sometimes forget what we planted where, these little metal storytellers are both handy and kind of poetic. Who knew old spoons could tell stories? What's next? Idea 3, a touch of tea and bloom. Teacups as mini planters. A cracked teacup, a lonely saucer, too pretty to throw away, and just right to hold a pansy or a sprig of lavender. Place them on a shelf, along a railing, or next to your porch swing. These tiny gardens bring the joy of tending without needing to bend or lift. They're a quiet celebration of what's still beautiful, still useful, still growing. Little teacups, big joy. What else can we use in a small way? Idea 4. A frame for what you've grown. Picture frames as garden art. Take an old frame, maybe one with chipped corners or no glass. Give it a new home outdoors. Hang it on a fence or lean it by a tree to frame a bed of flowers or some ivy. What once held family photos can now surround something living. It's not just decoration. It's a way to honor the beauty you've helped grow. Pictures coming to life in the yard. What's our next piece of art? Idea 5. A garden full of light. Glass jars as lanterns. An empty jam jar or a forgotten mason jar can shine again. Tuck a battery candle inside, or wrap a string of soft lights and hang it in a tree. When twilight comes, your yard starts to whisper. The flicker of light, the quiet of the evening. It's like a warm memory you can walk through. For us, it's not just about seeing the yard. It's about feeling it. Warm light in jars. What else can bring a cozy feeling to our yards? Idea 6. A curtain in the garden. Shower curtains as garden backdrops. That cheerful old shower curtain, the one with faded flowers or seaside scenes, can find new life outside. Hang it between posts, along a fence, or behind a bench. It hides the messy spots, softens the wind, and adds a gentle splash of color to your green space. Best of all, it only takes a few clips to put up. For those of us who cherish peace and privacy in the yard, this simple fabric becomes a little sanctuary. Privacy and a touch of color. What can help us organize things? Idea 7. Crates full of possibility. Milk crates as stackable veggie beds. Remember those sturdy plastic milk crates? They're not just for storage anymore. Line them with an old pillowcase. Fill them with soil. And plant your leafy greens or herbs. Stack them higher, so you don't have to bend. Move them to follow the sun. They're light. You can arrange them how you like. And they have a nice charm to them. Gardening doesn't have to be down low. It can rise up with you, one crate at a time. Easy veggie beds that save your back. What about adding some vintage style? Idea 8. Vintage travels, fresh starts, old luggage as planters. An old suitcase. Maybe one you took on family trips, or that's been hiding in the attic. Can now hold rosemary and pansies. Just drill a few holes in the bottom, line it well, and fill it with soil and love. You can sit it open on a bench or lean it against a yard wall. It becomes a story in bloom, every scratch and scuff now part of your yard's heart. Because we too are full of stories still growing. Suitcases full of memories and blooms. What can bring some gentle sounds to our yards? Idea 9. Sweet heights of green, cake pans as bird baths. That scratched cake pan tucked away in the back of the cupboard. Don't get rid of it. Just rest it on an upside-down flower pot or a piece of wood. Fill it with water, and maybe add a flat stone or two. Now you've invited some feathered friends for a little morning drink. Their quiet presence, a flutter here, a song there. Add the layer of life that turned your yard into a living poem. A little cake pan becomes a spa for birds. What can help us when we're working in the yard? Idea 10. The walker that walks again. Old walker as potting bench. If there's an old walker that's not needed for walking anymore, you can give it a new purpose. Just lay a piece of wood across the top bars. Suddenly, you've got a steady, movable potting bench. It's light to move, easy to use while sitting down, and has some handy storage space. It once gave someone support. Now it supports your joy in the yard. And that is a beautiful full circle. An old walker finds new life. What about organizing smaller plants? Idea 11. Drawers in bloom. Old drawers as layered planters. That dresser you almost gave away. Its drawers can start a second life. This time filled not with socks, but with soil and strawberries. Just line them. Poke a few holes for water to drain and plant away. You can stack them like steps. Each one a layer of color and life. No digging, no back strain. Just a cozy, lived-in charm. Like a yard built for memories. Old drawers become a charming garden. What can give us a bit of privacy? Idea 12. Fence panels for peace. Salvaged panels as privacy walls. Sometimes, we just need a quiet corner. Old fence panels, maybe weathered, a little crooked, or repainted, can become that peaceful spot. Just lean them behind a bench or along the edge of your yard, and let morning glories or sweet peas climb their way up. It's a gentle way to add some structure, privacy, and shade, without building anything big, just enough to breathe deeply. Old fences creating peaceful corners. What can protect our young plants? Idea 13. A gentle glow. Picture frame glass as cold frames. Do you have a picture frame with the glass still in it? You can lay it over a raised bed, or attach it with hinges to a shallow box. Just like that, you've made a cold frame. Like a tiny greenhouse, it keeps tender plants cozy and shelters them from early chills or late frosts. It's a soft start for soft leaves, and a reminder that warmth doesn't always have to be loud. Picture frame glass, making a cozy home for plants. What helps keep our tools handy? Idea 14. Tools in their place, pegboards and masonry nails. A pegboard hung up near your shed or fence can really change how you do things in the yard. You can hang your gloves, your favorite trowel, a roll of twine. No more digging in drawers or bending over to find what you need. Everything's right there, ready, familiar, and peaceful. It's a quiet kind of order that brings calm to your daily routines. Everything in its place. What can bring some color up to eye level? Idea 15. A cake for the birds. Repurpose serving trays as wall gardens. Those enamel or metal trays you use to carry cookies to the table. Now, they can carry basil and thyme right to your fingertips. Just hang one on your wall or fence. You can nestle in small potted herbs or line it with coconut coir and soil. Every time you walk by, it greets you with scent and purpose. Dinner's not far, and neither is joy. Serving trays becoming little wall gardens. What about something with a bit more history? Idea 16. A garden with a past. Vintage sinks as statement planters. That old porcelain sink, once the heart of a kitchen, now a centerpiece of your yard. Just lift it onto some bricks or a low table frame. Fill it with herbs or petunias, and let it bloom with character. The built-in drain makes it easy, and its deep basin gives plants plenty of room. And its charm, well, that only grows with time, just like you. An old sink finding new life in the yard. What can hold lots of little pots? Idea 17. Sip, stack, and grow. Wine racks as planter holders. Once a home for bottles of celebration, a wine rack can now hold little pots of thyme or trailing ivy. Just place it against a sunny wall or on a patio table. It's neat, goes up and down, and is full of life. For smaller spaces or tired knees, this idea keeps beauty close and easy to care for. It's still about enjoying, just a different kind of bouquet. Wine racks holding little pots of beauty. What can help our taller plants stand tall? Idea 18. Memories in metal. Curtain rods as plant stakes. An old curtain rod, maybe elegant, forgotten, slightly bent, can stand tall once more beside your tomatoes or dahlias. No need for heavy tools or new supplies. Just push it into the soil and tie your plant with care. The fancy ends at the top add a bit of grace, like your yard dressed up in its Sunday best. Sometimes what once framed a window can now frame growth. Old curtain rods supporting new growth. What about making simple raised beds? Idea 19. From books to blooms. Concrete blocks as modular beds. Strong, simple, reliable, just like the gardeners who use them. Concrete blocks, maybe leftovers in a garage, can be stacked into beds, benches, or vertical gardens. Each hollow center holds herbs or flowers easily. No bending, no digging, just thoughtful design. Build them how you like, when you like, because sometimes the best yards are flexible. Simple concrete blocks creating a garden. What can bring some greenery to our walls? Idea 20. A garden on the wall. Cork boards as succulent art. That cork board from the office? It's ready for a softer job. Just line it, fill it with a little soil, and tuck in cuttings of succulents, tiny, strong, and full of quiet beauty. Hang it like a painting near a sunny spot, and watch life grow in gentle patterns. It's art you can water, and a living reminder that even our simplest spaces can bloom. Cork boards becoming living art. What can help us dry our herbs? Idea 21. A gentle drying line. Foldable laundry racks for herbs. When harvest time comes, rosemary, lavender, mint, you don't need anything fancy. Just bring out that old foldable laundry rack. Clip your herbs upside down and place it in a sunny, breezy spot. Let time do its quiet work. In a week or two, you'll have dried bundles of scent and flavor, ready for tea, cooking, or little gifts of summer. You can open long after the frost comes. Laundry racks helping us save the flavors of summer. What can become a unique hanging planter? Idea 22. Layers of life. Colanders as hanging planters. Those metal colanders in your kitchen, full of holes? They're already perfect planters. Just add a bit of coconut fiber, soil, and something green. Then hang them from a hook or porch beam. The drainage is already built in. And the look, kind of whimsical, vintage, and really nice. Lightweight, off the ground, and easy on your back. It's a small touch that brings a big smile. Colanders making fun hanging planters. What can create a vertical garden with character? Idea 23. Privacy and petals. Shutter panels as vertical gardens. Old wooden shutters, maybe worn, weathered, a little crooked, can become upright yard walls. Just prop them against a fence or wall. You can hang pots from the slats, or let climbing vines find their way through. They add beauty right where you can see it, without needing to crouch down. And just like shutters once framed windows, now they frame peace, growth, and grace. Old shutters becoming beautiful vertical gardens. What can bring herbs right to our fingertips? Idea 24. Framed with flavor. Serving trays as herb gardens. Take a tray you used to use for Sunday tea and give it a yard's purpose. Hung on a wall or sitting on a table, it becomes home to your most used herbs. Parsley, basil, thyme, close at hand, easy to reach, and full of the same warmth that once came with shared meals and conversation. Serving trays becoming handy herb gardens. And now for our last easy gardening idea. Idea 25. Grow tall, grow easy. PVC pipes as vertical planters. Leftover PVC pipes, light, sturdy, and simple, can stand tall in your yard. filled with strawberries, greens, or flowers. Just stack them, mount them, or nestle them in crates. They don't take up much space, but bring everything up to where it's easy on your knees and your back. This is smart gardening, designed with care and built for how we live now. Simple PVC pipes, making gardening easier. And that brings us to the end of our ideas. Conclusion: a garden that grows with you. And there you have it. 25 ideas, each one a gentle reminder that beauty doesn't come from spending a lot, but from seeing things in a new way. Because gardening, in the season of life, isn't just about flowers and vegetables. It's about stories. It's about comfort. It's about creating a space that fits you, your pace, your joys, your wisdom. Maybe it's a teacup with a pansy. Maybe a ladder with a touch of ivy. Maybe just the quiet joy of seeing birds gather in a cake pan of water. Whatever it is, let it remind you, your creativity still blossoms. Your hands still bring life. And your yard, no matter how big or small, is a place where you still grow. If today's video warmed your heart or gave you a new idea, please give it a gentle thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to Meaningful Living. Until next time, keep growing, keep finding beauty, and keep cherishing every season of life, one bloom at a time.